Hello peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries. Final Fantasy 14 part 353. Hang on, I'll just grab me notes. Play the old trombone. I do need to get my glasses sorted out. Up to 81 now. And yeah, and I was saying the other day, I thought a lot of it was down to Fallout 76. I'm talking about YouTube now. I know on BitChute it's spread 50-50, the same amount of people are watching me Fallout as they are me Final Fantasy, which is great, love it. And obviously they're up to 40 now, so I don't mind. I've got a couple of people I comment regularly with, much as I do with Final Fantasy with Coffee and Sapphire and other people. But yeah, we're up to 81, but the viewing figures don't bear that bit out about it being me Fallout. Me Fallout viewing figures on YouTube, you know, probably averaging about 9 an upload. Some are, you know, 3 or 4 or 5. Some are 10 or 11, but I suppose it averages out at about 9. But my Final Fantasy figures are way up there. So I guess, yeah, you must all be Final Fantasy fans. So I was wrong. I'll admit it when I am. New subscriber, Matthew Gallagher. Welcome to the family, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for your subscription. Much appreciated. But as you can tell, that's 2 more. It doesn't give me the names every time. That's the only name what popped up. But I have had a couple more. So, can't give you a shout out because I don't know your names. But thank you for your subscriptions. As I've just said, they are greatly appreciated. I know I say it a lot. I do feel humbled. Never thought I'd get this many. And I tell you, it would be nice to get to 100. It looks like I could do it. 100 before Christmas. Never thought I'd have 100 bloody subscribers. Not far to go for me 10,000, is it? Is that what it is when you get your plaque? 10,000? Or is it 1,000? I don't know. I don't look into it that much. I just started doing it as a, well, I was going to say a joke, but it's not a joke. My kids said, put it on YouTube, Dad. So I thought, well, okay then. Right, we're off to old Charlayan, aren't we? I'm going to find Alpha again, see if I can find him. Because we ain't got a lot to do here. Old Coffee told me about this one, so don't know what I'd do without him. I'd have packed this in. I would have done, because I'd done the main quest and I'd have thought, well, there's not a lot to do now, but apparently there's shitloads to do, so keep it coming, Coffee. Thanks a lot, my friend. Alright, that's old Charlayan, and he said it's somewhere in the harbour. I've wrote it down anyway. Heartless Hypothesis is the quest. Apparently we tag along with Alpha for a little bit. Should be a laugh. Off we go. I've not been back to my island either. No, I mean, I've got it all built up. I've got everything done. Nothing else to do there. What's the point? Now, if they did the building like you can on Fallout, so you get a bit bored and you think, you know what, I'm gonna rebuild everything and knock everything down. Have I come to the right place? Oh, hang on. I know what's wrong here. Pull up. That's the map we need, innit? Wandering, there's a minstrel. I mean, there's still shitloads of... Ah, there it is, look. So we're off down there. Anyway, how are we all doing on this? What day is it today? Duh! I don't know. Tuesday morning. Lovely crack. It was miserable earlier, but clouds have all cleared out. Sun's out. And I forgot to pull my blind down, so I can hardly see anything on my bloody screen again. Got my light on. For you guys. who only watch Final Fantasy, because I do my Fallout, well, always do my opposite upload in the afternoon. And of course I sit there and everything looks great, and nice little picture of me in the corner. But then come like 4 o'clock, it's got pitch black and I haven't noticed, and I'm like, there's just this little black square with this little bit of a face showing. So I've got to remember to keep my light on. Is this him then? Respected technician? Yes. Okay. That's blown the cobwebs away. Time to return to work. Goodness me, look who it is. How incredibly serendipitous. Oh, big words. That I would run into you of all people. I was part of the team which designed the Ragnarok, you see, and you've recently begun the process of combing through the vessel's flight log data. You say tomato, I say potato. The primary objective of your journey to Ultima Thule was to save our star. It also provided us with an invaluable trove of information. Records, places, events we could only dream of. Cheers, peeps. Wet the old whistle. Your safe return gave us much to be thankful for. And as it so happens, one of the things we pulled from the log was a transmission of unknown origin. Something the ship must have intercepted during its flight. I believe it to be an audio message, but even our most talented linguists have been unable to decipher the language. Not got Google Translate. For a while there it seemed we must accept defeat, but today may be the day that we finally solve the mystery. If you were so inclined, would you care to come along to Thormazine? It's a drug, innit? Come on, Mum, have you took your Thormazine today? It seems fitting to have one of the Ragnarok's original passengers. Speak with a bespectacled technician. Jamming way. We've got plenty to do, haven't we? Right, where is it? Oh, it looks like we're flying up there then. Is there not an Ethernet there? I doubt it. Bloody hell, there's more blue ones. Sorry, itchy yet. Got a shop. Oh, it's Guild. I suppose I could do some of these, couldn't I? Shallow Moor, there's a blue one there. Right, that's what I wanted to do. Nah. Right, okay. We'll go to that one then. You watched football yesterday? I was too busy playing Fallout 76. And I lost track of time. Next thing I know, match had finished. And I didn't watch the evening match, Wales. I'd like to have done. I'd like to see them do well. Our Welsh brethren. But obviously evening, our Dubs ain't a big football fan. So, you know, got to look after her. Signed up for me 7 days on Apple ITV yesterday, me free 7 days. Not a lot on there actually, but we only wanted it so we can watch that Ryan Reynolds Christmas movie based on Scrooge. Very funny, very musical, quite enjoyed it actually. So I think the only other film we're going to watch on there is that one with Tom Hanks, Finch, and then I'm going to cancel it. It's not worth $6.99 a month. Pounds, that is. If you're watching over the pond, I don't know where it is in dollars. But no, I wasn't that impressed. We've got to go down. Might wanted to go up. Yeah, so I'm just general chit chat really. It's not. Nothing else on there took me fancy, so I'll cancel it. It's alright if you're a binge watcher, innit? You can think, right, sign up for me 7 days or 2 weeks, 10 days trial or whatever they're offering. And binge watch everything you want to watch, then cancel it. Then when you want to watch some more stuff, sign back up again for another free trial. There you are. This is where we're to meet the engineers, who I'm told potentially hold the key to unlocking our mystery transmission. Should be along at any moment. Can't see a bloody thing. And I know the screen went black. I didn't mean that. I'm not that thick. I might act like it. Sorry we're late. We've had some trouble. Gods, is that you, Albert? Hey! Biggs and Wedge. Oh no. Just the one of them. The man himself, I ran into him at the harbour. Albert Rusty Nuts. Where's Wedge then? No argument here, but bugging me if we don't have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. This actually has more to do with you than you think. Stick around. Shall we pick up from where we left off then? Okay. People who give me tips. Here's one for you. Where do I find Alfie? And can you do any more with Alfie? I don't know. Be nice to go and find him and go and do some stuff. I like Alfie. Alfie, no. As I was saying, we think this transmission, the Ragnarok, intercepted a message of some kind, albeit in a language entirely alien to our ears. Alien being the operative word. Received the message out in the great expanse. Unfortunately, our list of off-world allies is presently rather short, thus we were resigned to the fact that the meaning behind the message would remain beyond our understanding. One of my colleagues, however, refused to give up. She remembered the Ironworks engineers had been helpful in the construction of the Ragnarok and turned to them for insight. Do you know what Wedge said when he heard what was going on? We should have Omega listen to it. I bet it can tell us what the message means. Not the Omega you beat in the Rift, of course. He's talking about the toy that trundles around with Alpha. We originally designed it to follow a chosen target and not much else, but I've seen it act in ways that, well, it's got a mind of its own. Then I got to thinking about those documents you lot sent the chief, the full report on the final days. In the part about Omega's civilization, it said that people discovered how to convert the mind into data and store it outside the body. Timing being what it was, I wonder if Omega didn't somehow transfer its consciousness into our model right before you put an end to the real one. Hey! Wedge and Alpha. So in an effort to get to the bottom, as well as take a crack at this indecipherable message, we decided to make some modifications. With help from Labyrinthos technicians, we've upgraded our toy Omega with a fully functional vocalization module. Hey! Hang on, just finished my tea. Algon, thank you very much. We played the transmission for Omega and I think it's ready to share. Oh, Alpha. Yay, you're right, friend. Are you in there, Omega? Hello? We'll go with that one. Hello? Hello, your greeting is a standard method for irritating communication. Oh, sorry, irritate. I ain't got the bins on. Initiating communication, but in this case it was imperative that you first establish my true identity. Without confirming I am Omega, any subsequent interaction must allow for the probability that you are wasting time addressing a mere toy. Prediction: you will formulate several misconceptions. These I shall preemptively dismiss based on the following facts. 1. Vocalization module aside, this chassis remains unmodified from the design constructed by the engineers Biggs and Wedge. I evaluate its combat capabilities to be on par with a mortal infant. 2. The mechanism which allowed me to perform an emergency transfer was installed in my previous body. With the destruction of that body, I am rendered incapable of replicating such a feat. Should this current material form be destroyed or cease to function, all cognitive awareness or presence I possess will be lost. Better not let you get killed then. Conclusion: I present no threat to you or your star, nor do my projections indicate the necessity to inflict harm. In the fraction of a moment before my annihilation in the rift, I re-examined my directives. If I am to fulfill my purpose as an evolving construct, then I must continue my journey for improvement for as long as I exist. I must acquire this heart of yours, this strength of soul. Well, there you have it. And it's not wrong about its combat capabilities. It'd be more likely to damage itself than the thing it was trying to attack. Let's not forget the reason we brought you here in the first place. What about the transmission they played for you? Recognise the language? Affirmative. It was transmitted in Pangalactic Basic. Pangalactic? That's where the Gargle Blasters come from. No? Don't you get it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Give it a watch. Pangalactic Basic. A common language in comparatively extensive usage throughout the worlds we have conquered. Which means you can finally tell us what the message said. That is a language you understand, yes? I understand it perfectly. I am fluent in over 6 million distinct dialectal codings. Blip. My cooperation in this matter, however, is conditional. Elaboration. Your chief, Sid, utilises the floor as part of his unorthodox filing system, which allowed me to scan the reports on the final days. I am aware that my home star, the one you call Alphatron, was obliterated in the aftermath of Sir and Meteion's meeting. The existence of Dynamis has not previously factored into my projections, but I now comprehend the concept in theory. Which fails to compute is why the Omicrons were not immune to its effect. Dynamis should have no influence on a race which possesses no heart. And yet Sir expressed to Meteion, a desire to cease existing. Illogical. I must pursue this anomaly further until the full equation becomes clear to me. I must analyse all the elements of the final days and deepen my understanding of the heart's intangible properties. To expedite this process, I require an external interpretation of this. Oh, God, oh, shitty death. I request the assistance of Albert as one who experienced the result. So we either agree to your conditions or you tell us nothing. Sorry to put you in a spot like this, Albert. If you have the time and the patience, yeah, okay. As Alfred dozed off, I suppose the subject was a bit technical. Oh, bless him. Rouse yourself, Alpha. We must listen and consider these matters, even as I must. Where? Why don't you make a trip out of it? You know, actually visit the places that has the things Omega wants to ask about. Speak with Omega. No. Omega. I see you have chosen the mutually beneficial option, logical. Setting aside the matter of Sir, there are 3 elements of the report on which I declare clarification. Progression of the final days in Rat-a-Tat. There's a bit of a trek. If you wanted to chat with the locals, how about we lend you an airship? Albert's teleportation. This chassis is a model, essentially a toy. Alpha, despite his organic composition, is indistinguishable from a stuffed doll. We qualify as material possessions. Pick us up and you can teleport the 3 of us to our destination. Yes. Oh, Alpha. Sensors indicate we have arrived in Rat-a-Tat. Objective: identify factors for resistance to involuntary transformation. Whatever. Hypothesis: unaltered survivors of the final days will display significant strength of heart. Confirming this theory will require cooperation of life subjects. Karma set as our sub-destiny. Yeah, come on. Tell me what you want me to do. Now they're accompanying. Right. Where's our nearest? Aetheryte, bloody hell. Why can't we use them as a bloody Aetheryte? So, we're going this way. Oh, you having fun, pal? What are you making? I need to do more stuff like that, don't I? Not interested in chatting. Hang on, I've got to go upstairs, haven't I? They still come in? Yeah. God, it's difficult to bloody see. I know, I'm as blind as a bat. Up some more. This is a bit of a maze as well, this place, isn't it? It's not as bad as Uldar though. Right, melancholy man. Are you a traveller? If you have a moment, I could use an outsider's perspective. I was one of those who sought to escape the madness. So here I am, recently returned from Charlayan, except now things are strained between my sister, since she chose to stay and I chose to leave. I asked her to help me find work, she suggested I look somewhere that isn't Thavnir. Your point is unclear. You elected to relocate, thus your relative now perceives you in a negative light. Sibling's judgment is in error. Based on the information made available to Hanish citizens, your decisions to withdraw to the moon was both logical and correct. Conversely, the decision to remain, despite the low probability of survival, defies explanation. Perhaps their reasoning pathways are faulty. That's right, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but right. Also, you'd like to think the problem is I understand why my sister feels this way. Also, I almost decided, oops, apologies for the ding ding. Even then, I wasn't sure that leaving behind everything I loved was the right choice. Okay, next one. Somebody in here. Marty, is she the sister? Hello again, you're the one who came to ask me about Kalzal. I'm glad to see you looking well. I remember the burning skies and hearing the screams. Oh, bugger it. What a little clever little contraption. Right. And the next one is... trying to hide. Huron boy. Oh. Don't I know you? You told me to join everyone in the square. Thanks to you, I was there when Vitra gave his speech and found out who Vashon really was. It's a shame we don't get to play like we used to. Load of crap, right. Right, we've got to go to a designated area. I guess it's this. Processing data, evaluating hypothesis against cumulated evidence. I offered an optimal analysis of each subject's testimony. Didn't really read the last two though, did we? Yet each time their responses conflicted with my assessment. Yeah, because you're a computer. Without identifying the root cause of conflict, I'll be unable to properly define what constitutes strength of heart. Perhaps the heart you seek lies in the conflict itself. Perhaps we should continue the questioning. Perhaps this matter is beyond you. No, don't go saying that. Don't go upsetting him. Go with first one. An interesting observation. It's possible my base criteria is in error, in which case it's imperative that I continue this learning process and repair fundamental misconceptions. I wish to interact with an individual who endured similar circumstances in Kalzal prior to his transformation. Acquainted with any local merchants who had dealings with him. Jinabaha of Rufada fibers. Right, so where are we going next? Bloody typical. Okay. There's no crystal nearby. I'm gonna have to hoof it. Guess it's up these stairs here. Well, look who it is. I must thank you again for helping moving our textiles. I come with a question related to that tragedy, your survival on the final days. Though you are similar to Kalzal in many respects, he succumbed to the transformation you did not. Why? What's the critical difference? I'm sure I don't know. I'm not basically brave or courageous, if that's what you think. Perhaps being focused on protecting our workshops kept me from spinning into a panic. Still, I imagine Kalzal would have been feeling same sense. Perhaps the weight of all of that is what invited his demise. You with the same mind, resolved to the same purpose. Yet your strength of heart or spirit was not equal. If merely emulating the individual is sufficient, then some other unseen factor must be involved. Not to interrupt those deep philosophical musings, but do you think I could ask you a small favour? Perhaps there's a man by the name of Nashvan who's been helping us out here while he gets back on his feet. I have a feeling he'd benefit from speaking with you. Leave by the east next thing, you'll find him just outside. By the eastern exit. Nesh Farm. Let's open up the map a bit. Oh, he ain't there. You're alright, pal. That's all our orders counted for. Albert, you were with the Scions, you were there. I'll never forget that day, you and your friends helped us. My own son here was afflicted, then that huge monstrosity loomed right over him. I remember my heart turning to ice. The satrap came to my aid, but then he too was gone. The memories run together in my mind like a nightmare. You must run for their sake, and you... Come on, next bit. I shouldn't have pressed that so quick. I hadn't quite finished it. It all seemed so surreal, which was probably what saved me from the transformation. The truth of it didn't begin to sink in until the worst of it was over. I have not the words to describe how I felt then, the sorrow, the overwhelming sense of helplessness. I may still be wallowing in misery, if not for my old friend, Ginny Baha. I'd lost my will to work, and he encouraged me with kind words and odd jobs. Now somehow I live again. I am thankful to him, to the courageous what are you on, and to you. If you see your comrades, let them know their efforts were not in vain. You said you lost your will to work. This signifies a cessation of efforts to maintain basic life functions. Yes. What changed to extract... Oh, itchy eyes. What changed to extract... How can an eye itch? Extract you from that stagnation. An offer of work from Ginny Baha would mean little to one without the desire to accept it. Some manner of mortal instinct... Instinct? No, it wasn't that. If anything, my instincts were telling me to lay down and welcome an end to the pain. Every day I think of my boy's final moments. The satrap too still haunts my dreams. I see him being swallowed whole and jolt awake in a cold sweat. But something changed when Ginny Baha came to me. I looked up and saw that even without my son, the world around me continued to turn, and because the fact grieved me so, I knew it fell to me to live on and remember them. Strange, isn't it? What drives me to rise in the morning is the very sorrow which once crippled me. You get that, Amiga? That's why we're different from computers. Now I really must return to my work. To lose this job after everything I just said would be poor jest indeed. May the sisters keep you well. Sorrow, the emotion generated by mortals when their ideals fail to materialize. This I have observed, yet when I listen to... Oh, God. His logic eludes me. Am I incapable of perceiving the full measure of the heart's properties? My best projections fail to predict us subjects' responses, and despite their almost equal occupational and mental parameters, Ginny Baha and Carl Zahl exhibited different reactions to the dynamis. No closer to recognizing the pattern, and your ephemeral mortal spirits confound me as much as, if not more than they did before. Have you considered that there is no pattern to the people afflicted? The hearts of others were ever shrouded in mystery. First one. Have you considered there's no pattern? You imply that the transformation was not contingent on individual fortitude, but rather a random contribution of environmental factors. Such a theory would explain the otherwise conflicting data. Very well, I shall accept this as provisional. Do I ever expect you to continue supplementing? My educational needs. Where? Oh, right. Oh, done it. Right behind me. Some quests. There's Omega again. Goodbye. Our next destination will be Camp Broken Glass. Desire elaboration on the dealings. Okay. Quest accepted. I get a present. I wonder if it's a wind-up Omega. Not that I'm getting rid of my little wind-up alpha now. Come on, load up. Teleportation successful. Cold weather region, we know this. Got to retrieve data. We know all that. Thank you. Right, off we go. There's still areas where I need to get me flying sorted as well, aren't there? So still got quite a bit to do. Think about it. Where's this one then? Isn't there an opening at this end? No. Resistance fighter. Delegate, sorry. Come to see how things are progressing. Now I've got a little computer I want to talk to you. Communication with the locals has become damn sight easier since Jules and his soldiers stepped in. You consider this level of progress acceptable? The reality of your efforts falls far short. You know what? It's going to be the same all in it. I strived, I got through it, blah de blah de blah. Speak with the next one. Somewhere up here. Ah, there we are, round the corner. How are we doing on time? 43. You know what? Not going to waste time. Because we know what's going to happen when we spoke with all three. Omega's going to say, don't compute. And I'm going to have to say, but that's what makes us different, pal. Next one's over there somewhere. .413 to the north. Got a Junkmonger and a Mender, but no Apothecary. Where is it then? Thought I was right on top of it, wasn't I? Oh, sugar. Stop shouting. I can hear you. Accessing and analysing. Evaluate the most recent input. Consistent only in their inconsistency. The divergence from self-evident logic is key. Hypothesis. The illogical relationship between would-be saviours and suffering populace is another result of the unpredictable nature of mortal hearts. Yep. Any property or ability has inherent advantages and disadvantages, yet never have I encountered such a unique detriment. It appears that those who share your metaphysical capabilities are prone to complicating simple cognitive processes. An undesirable quality. I will, however, persist in furthering my understanding of the subject. Query. Prior to formulating the next step, I wish to know who this Licinia, the Imperial, mentioned. Oh, poor Licinia. That was the girl, wasn't it? Didn't trust him. Died in the cold. With her sister. I think I'm right. To summarise, insufficient data on foreign control resulted in inadvisable and ultimately, yeah, it was. I witnessed such self-destructive behaviour during the course of our planetary conquests. I wish to learn about burial customs. Take me to this burial site. Energy delivery systems compromised. Core temperature critical low. Immediate heating required. Request. Apply friction to outer frame. Got to give him a rub. Is it an emote? I missed it. Oh, right, I thought it was going to have to be a thing. I know, today, he's gone. Brain's like Swiss cheese today. Energy level stabilising. Yeah, need to put a heater in, mate. Alpha, you are to remain in close proximity, close enough to envelop me in your feathers. You are permitted to carry me on your back if you so choose. Speak with thingy at the victory spoils. But first things first, where was that thing? Northwest. So if we're looking here, northwest is up there somewhere. No, hang on. Go away. That's what I want. I'm going right way, aren't I? to the northeast. Oh, it's over that way then. Hey. So another check. Oh well, I think just in case. Can you climb up there? No. To the east. To make its bloody mind up where it's sending me. Get the map right. Check. Are we somewhere around here? Well, it must be literally on top. Don't tell me it's up there. Could be, innit? How the hell do you get up there? Ah, there you are. Hiding away, you bastard. So we're in Garlemald. So they're all out in the open then. 1, 2, 3, 7 I've got to find. Okay. Let's get on my chicken. Do we have another one? To the north. get round that way. We'll get another one while we're out here. Hundred and 80 to the west. To the northwest. I see it. I see you. To the north. Come on, you can get up there. Oh. I'm going west. I need to go over there, don't I? Don't know if there's a way over there. That was a bit difficult. Aha. Another one. To the west, which is that way. Pull the map down a bit. Yeah, it's up that way somewhere. I don't think we're getting that way, are we? Okay, we got through. Didn't think he'd fit through. Check the distance. Southwest. Southeast. Where are you? Somewhere around here. Aha, I see it. Can't get through there. Four left to get. Right. So let's go to that ether thing, ether crystal, and we can knock it on the head for today. And we'll crack on with this one tomorrow. Not a bad little mission, not much fighting to do, but it's interesting. Trying to teach a computer how we work. Hey, it's Alfie. Alfie! They ain't got any quests. I'll speak to them next time. They're with Jules. Right. As always, thank you for your views and your subscriptions. You guys are absolutely amazing. You really are. Thank you very much. But anyway, till tomorrow, I'll see you.